So, episode 6. Today I have Kamal. He's my friend. Hey, man. What's up?
Hey man, all good, all good.
Yeah, man. All good here. Just to get into it quick, just a quick introduction about you. What do you do? Where you were before, where you are now, and so on.
Yes, so for those of you that don't know me, I'm Lebanese. I'm 22-year-old. I've been creating content for the past year. So I started as a graphic designer, worked as a graphic designer and as a bartender at the same time, freelance graphic design, bartender full time. Then switched to full-time freelance graphic design. Then got fired from I switched from a freelance graphic design to full-time to freelance. Got fired from a graphic design job because I wasn't good enough. This got me more into content creation for graphic design. So I started create content on Instagram about graphic design. Actually, honestly, I used to create content like went to a blog post on Google, took all the information, made it into
Yeah,
another
yeah,
into
yeah,
another form, and posted it. But this helped me understand my own voice. This helped me understand what I truly want, which is not graphic design. Which is why actually I talk about consistency, like doing
yeah,
things
yeah,
something every single day. Because when you truly do it every single day, you realize if it's something that you actually love or not. So after doing graphic design every single day, I realized that nope, it's not what I love. And then switch to more personal content, so more documenting, more showing people my journey, showing people who I am, what I love.
yeah.
And right now I'm starting an agency, and I'm doing a lot of things based on business wise. I'm starting an agency. Personal wise, I've been doing a lot of things, whether it's TikTok, whether experimenting with TikTok entertainment content. I'm doing a vlog in Arabic on a side channel, and on my own channel, I'm waiting for the lockdown to be over to experiment with new types of content as well.
Yeah, that's amazing, man. That's amazing. I've been following you since you had like 300 followers, maybe. Just want
Yeah,
to talk about the thing is that I don't know if it's because of you or maybe something that you said at first, but people tend to compare you to Gary V, whether it's the content wise or you as a person being the
yeah,
so-called Lebanese or Arab Gary V.
yeah.
So is this something you like or is this something you don't like? I remember you saying that no, you're not the Gary V, you're the Kamal Nami. But
Yeah.
but how are you able
It,
to create your own identity based on how you started off at first?
Okay, so the thing about this is, yes, I've been getting a lot of this.
Yeah,
It's not that I don't love it, and it's not that I really love it. I love it, of course, because he's such an amazing man that I'm honored to be compared to this.
yeah, yeah,
At the same time, I don't love it because I'm nowhere even quarter to 1% of where he is or what he is doing.
yeah,
So I'm nowhere near that. So it's not puts a lot of pressure, but it creates a bigger image than it actually is.
yeah,
Like compared to Gary Vee, because I'm still nowhere even near doing something. But I'm trying, I'm experimenting.
yeah,
But at the same time, I think people do that because, first of all, I'm really inspired by him. I really found myself in what he says or in on the way he performs, the way he executes. Like I've always been insecure about loving a lot of things. So
yeah,
because I've been always told that you should follow one thing, you should find something. And ever since I was young, I've always been into a lot of things. Like I was into football, I was into
yeah,
bartending, I was into music, I was into skating. And this usually was something that I'm insecure about. That, oh, I don't have one thing. I'm not going to be able to be good at one thing. This is what Gary Vee has the opposite. So he does a lot of things. He preaches that if you love a lot of things, do a lot of things.
yeah,
So I
yeah,
found myself in his mindset. And I apply a lot of his strategies because they are clearly working. Whether
yeah,
it's for me
totally. Yeah,
right now, for my business, for my agency, I'm applying a lot of his strategies because it's working for him, and he preaches for people that go do those strategies. These are working strategies. So why
yeah,
shouldn't I? So yeah, from one side I love it.
yeah,
From the other side I hate it because I'm me. I want to be me. I
yeah.
don't want to be number two. I want to be the number one.
The first Kamal, just like you said. But don't you
Exactly.
think a little bit of this responsibility is because of you? For example, when you first started out, you really talked about Gary Vee. It's not that it just gave the impression that there's some guy he's being compared to Gary Vee. Is this something?
Yeah.
I'm not saying that you regret it, or maybe this is something you're trying to separate yourself from, or maybe just being totally only Kamal, for example.
Look, at the same, like I can't be only totally Kamal. to be honest, because I'm still 22 years old. Like I haven't even built a true business. I haven't really
Yeah.
experienced that.
Yeah.
So I can't go preach about business and preach about life and preach about mindset, because who would listen to me? I
Definitely.
wouldn't
Yeah.
listen to me.
Yeah.
Like I would choose to listen to Gary Vee
Yeah.
than
Yeah.
to listen to me. But the way I do it is I think that this works, or I'm gonna try this, or I think this might work, or this is how I love. So this is my content. This is why I create content, or the type of content that I do
Yeah.
is I think this works. So people might agree to that, people might not.
Yeah.
And a lot of things that I that I talk about are things inspired by Gary Vee, because it's kind of the same niche. But I'm trying to get away with that. As I told you before at the start,
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm doing a vlog on in Arabic. I'm
Yeah.
doing
Yeah.
more entertainment content on TikTok,
Yeah.
doing more on YouTube soon. So I'm trying to experiment with different things
Yeah. So man, you create a lot
just
of
to
content.
not be
Yeah.
attached to this one thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
You do create a lot of content. We know that on a lot of
Yeah.
platforms, whether it's audio, visual, videos, posts, whatever the case is. Does it ever get to a point where you just wake up and like, okay, I have to do this, or like you're always, yeah, let's go, having fun, enjoying it? S-
When
Yeah.
it comes to creating content, I'm always well, everything's clear. Okay. When
Yeah.
it comes to creating content, I'm always excited. But when it comes to executing the post production, yes, I sometimes be like, okay, I have to edit the
Yeah.
video now.
Yeah.
I have to edit the post now. I have to edit this and this and that. So when it comes to actually creating the content, whether it's shooting the video, whether it's coming up with the idea, whether it's doing the interview, I'm always ready to do the next thing. I'm always excited to do it. But
Yeah.
when that happens, and the next step after that, it's really hard.
Yeah.
I procrastinate on video editing a lot.
Yeah.
I feel like it started to feel like a job for me. I'm not gonna lie, which it's in the world that we live. When something starts to become a job or a task, it starts to feel like you're locked.
Yeah.
So video editing, production, post production, when it comes to the design editing, it started to feel heavy on me, which is why I want to hire people to actually take that from me.
Yeah.
But when it comes to creating the content, I'm always super pumped.
So this is something very genuine that you do, very authentic, the content creation part.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, this is I think one of the most important thing. I love authenticity. So aside from that, congratulations on having your agency, KN Media. I'm not
Thank
saying
you.
that it's already a multinational corporate, but at least you found it. You created it. It exists now. But the thing is,
Yeah.
talking business, talking technicality, how hard has it been to actually make it come alive online with no means of actually meeting with people or being able to form a team in normal life? You know how it happens. It's way easier, and you can
Yeah.
actually create a company culture and an atmosphere and work with each other. So how are you handling this? Are you slowing down on things?
Super,
Are you postponing?
it's been super hard.
Yeah.
Also, I gotta lie, it's been super hard because also me as a person, I like to talk to people in front of me. Like
Yeah.
even online, even the podcast, for example, I like
Yeah.
to do podcasts live. I like to do
Yeah.
interviews live. I like to talk with people live. And the whole online thing, yes, I'm super active on online.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when it comes to interactions, I love to interact with people live. So when it comes to getting team members or building the agency, it's been very hard because just like you said, you need to build that culture.
Yeah.
This is why I want to build an agency,
Yeah.
because the strategy of the agency or the services are things that I don't think any agency in Lebanon applies, which is the thing that I apply on my own personal brand, like creating content in a lot of content, creating video, podcasts, interviews. These strategies are not being applied to businesses here in the Middle East or in Lebanon.
Yeah.
So I want to do that. So to be able to take the strategy out of my head and help the team members understand how to think about it, you need to be constantly together. You need to be constantly every day together. And I
Yeah.
can't be on Zoom calls 24 hours a day. So it's been very hard, honestly. I've postponed a lot of things, but I've been keeping on doing the small things just so I can at least start with something.
So now you're an active agency, right? So people
Yeah,
can
yeah,
actually
of
reach
course.
out and get work done.
Yeah, yeah, of
Yeah.
course.
So if you remember a few days ago, I talked to you about a potential client, and we talked about that you are operation and you are indeed taking clients. But you told me one
Yeah.
thing, that you are very selective with choosing clients. Usually it's the other way
Super.
around. Clients are very selective with choosing which agency or which people, freelancers, whatever to work with. So when you say you as a business or as an agency owner, you are selective on the clients that you choose to take. Explain that to
Super
people
selective.
that are maybe interested in hearing about that, that how you don't take just any project. So by saying that you're super selective, you really show that you don't just care about getting paid, or you just don't care about people just
That's
giving you money and doing whatever work you can. So let's talk about
that's the
that
number one thing.
for a brief. Yeah.
Uh, that's not, I'm very selective on clients because I want to actually deliver results. So I
Yeah.
know myself, I know my strength, I know where I can operate, I know where I can deliver results. So I can deliver results to all clients.
Yeah.
So each one has his own strength, and I can't give results to any clients. So if anybody comes in and be like, hey, I need this, and I'd be like, okay, let's go. I'm gonna charge you this and take the money, but I'm not gonna give him results. I prefer not to get the money.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I only want to work with clients that I'm going to be able to give results to, which is why I'm very selective. Which is why I only work with clients that I love I love the business. I truly believe in the business.
Yeah.
I get along with the business owner or the decision maker.
Definitely.
So, for example, if I text him at 10 a.m. 10
Yeah.
p.m., he answers me. If he
Yeah.
texts me at 11 p.m., I answer him
Yeah.
because that's the relationship I'm creating.
Yeah.
Like it's not corporate, it's not professional. We're just collaborating. So I'm very selective of the business owner or the one who I'm in contact with to
Yeah.
be able to bring results. So whether it's
Definitely.
the size of the business or the personality and the model of the business.
Yeah. So you gave me two questions now that I just thought about. So one thing, whenever you reach to a point where you grow your agency, maybe you grow the industries that you are able to operate to deliver results to. Do you think the selectivity of you for the clients might decrease, for example? Like you will have a bigger choice of audience, maybe accept more clients because now you can actually scale through a certain industry where before you could not actually get results in it.
Actually, to be honest, when the moment comes that I scale the agency,
Yeah.
I think I'm going to be even more selective.
Yeah.
To be
Damn.
honest,
Damn. Yeah.
uh, because I want to keep on providing the same actual value. So I might create a separate agency that deals with the clients that KN Media can deal with,
Yeah.
like kind of a small businesses or experimenting with new industries.
Yeah.
But KN Media as a business or as an agency is going to be more selective
Yeah.
as it grows. So it's going to be more selective in terms of the size of the clients as well.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
even right now, I'm not spending my time on small businesses. I'm focusing on medium to big businesses.
Yeah. This is what I did actually. I changed my whole target audience maybe 6 months ago. I don't work with startups or small businesses anymore. I work with them for free. I offer them whatever value I can offer. But when it actually comes to business and getting work done, I only work with medium enterprises for several reasons. Uh, Now I have some sort of a dilemma for you. So let's say you meet
Yeah.
with the client, right? You either really like the client, he's a great person, but you hate the business that he has, or
Okay.
you are in love with the business that they have, he or her they have, and you really want to work with such a brand or a business, but the person behind it is an asshole. So what?
No,
How would you do? Where would you go?
I would choose the person
The good
because
person with the bad business?
trust me,
Yeah.
the good bad but in terms of what bad business? In terms of
So for
operation, like it's a
n-
scam or it's an
no, no,
unethical or
not
it's
a
something I
scam,
don't
not a
like.
scam, but maybe a business that you personally don't actually like being involved in, or maybe just not within your expertise. But the person is great, and you really want to work with them. So
Uh huh.
maybe you might postpone it for later. For example, okay, let's explore future business opportunities and just remain in contact. But let's say you came to a point where it's either a
This
great
or
business
that.
but a very bad person behind it that will bring you headache, but it will be very good money for you and very good exposure, or a great amazing person but with a really bad business.
Amazing person.
Yeah.
Bad business. I can either like hire somebody that's expert in that business because this is what being a business owner means.
Yeah.
Being a business owner is not just being smart in actually creating a business. It's actually
Yep.
being smart in operating it and actually
Definitely.
bringing the right
Definitely.
people, the
Yeah.
right people to the team. So if it's an amazing person, everything can become easier if it's an amazing business owner I'm working with. I think everything can become way easier. Everything can become smoother, and actually the communication can become better. So I can bring
Definitely.
someone that's an expert in that field, and he
Yeah.
will
And you
take the
manage
whole
the
process.
project.
Exactly, I'll
Yeah,
manage the
yeah,
process.
definitely, definitely. And speaking of operation and carrying out the project, what usual challenge do you face, whether it's client related, work related? Maybe you get to a certain point where the client wants to have a say in the work that you're doing. So of course you will eventually ask for opinions, but
Yeah.
let's say you get to a point where you want something and the client wants something and it's totally different. How do you get to a certain point or a middle ground?
Honestly, for me, for my experience right now, I don't. It's not that I don't disagree with the client, but
Yeah.
even for with my designers as well and
By
the
the way, shout
clients,
out to the hands behind you. Yeah.
uh, even with my clients or the businesses, I say yes to almost everything
Yeah.
because I don't like to say no. And like even for my business, for my designers when they pitch an idea or when they pitch a design, I immediately almost say yes because
Yeah.
I like to test. Okay, yes, let's test it, and if it goes wrong, we will then change it.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing for businesses. Like if the business suggest something. If it's wrong in terms of marketing, I try to explain it. But
Yeah.
if it's an idea or if it's an idea for a campaign or an idea for a post, I immediately just execute
Yep.
it
Yep.
and and do it. Execute it on getting online, and then we see the results. We
Yep.
work on based on the results.
That,
So I don't like to
yeah.
scratch things.
Yeah. Speaking of design, you do designing, right? So you can brand a business. So
I
if the
wish I'm not anymore, but yes.
so let's say the client or for marketing whatsoever, whatever service you
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
provide, let's say the client really wants this specific thing to be done, and you know that it's not the best option, it's not the best looking, it doesn't create the best business identity, but the client wants it. You just do whatever they say, or do you try to convince them otherwise? Or if he is strictly, he only wants this to be done or no business, what how do you deal with this?
I try first of all. I try to explain why this is not the right way to do it, or why
Yeah.
this is not the good way to do it, or
Yeah.
the best way to do it. I try to explain. I don't like to say no immediately. I give
Yeah.
them an alternative
Yeah.
that it's kind of based on what they said.
Yeah.
Like I take a bit of what they said or a bit of what they suggested, and then add my thing or add my way of doing it. Because at the same time, I want to work with clients to be able to give my touch. So if I'm
Yeah.
doing the same as everybody else, I'm not going to stand out. My KN media is not going to stand out.
Yeah.
So I
So
always add my touch.
yeah, definitely. This is how you create uniqueness. This is how you have your own
Yeah.
value proposition. So one thing, have you ever fired a client? Just a thought.
Yeah.
How does this
And
usually go?
when was this? When was this? I guess in December. No, before December. Before the quarantine.
Yeah.
Like between the quarantine and the summer,
Yeah.
I did fire a client because first of all they paused marketing,
Yeah.
and at the same time their business was operational, but they paused marketing because they wanted to cut costs.
Yeah.
Like the business was operational, but
Yeah.
it's not as the usual.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the client was nagging that they're not seeing results.
Yeah.
So they cut marketing in half. They stopped most of the marketing activities that we were doing. But at the same time, he wanted the same results.
Yeah.
So I asked for a meeting. I was like, sorry, we either need to do this, we either need to go back to the budget, even double it, because right now the competition is bigger online. We
Yeah.
either need to double it or stop everything,
Yeah.
because I'm taking money from you, but at the same time I'm not doing anything. Like the marketing is not being done the way it should.
Yeah.
So you are wasting your money, I am
Yeah.
wasting my time, and we're just both wasting each other's time and money. So
Yep.
either go full on marketing or just stop. And they decided to stop. And
Yep.
ever since we stopped, I've never seen anything from them online anymore.
Yeah, yeah. I think they know what they lost now. So speaking of value and advice, what can you say for someone who's thinking about starting any sort of business, not necessarily an agency like yours, but any sort of business that requires having a team or requires having people around, something that you cannot build by yourself. So what can you tell to someone who's just starting out?
Number one, go to your friends. That's the number one. Like my partner right now is my friend,
Yeah.
and from like the first phase, we're not splitting money, so he's just being a helping hand until we actually build that first step, and then we're
Yeah.
gonna go to the agreements and stuff. But I suggest you go to your friends. You don't know how many friends that are willing to actually help,
Yeah.
but if you just ask, like go to 10 of your friends and be like, hey, I'm starting this. Would you like to join? Maybe give them a percentage. Maybe they would join for free.
Yeah.
Number two, and this is not applicable for everyone, is start build a personal brand, and then people will be ready to help you. Like right now, I posted once on my stories that I'm looking to build a team, and around 10 to 15 people offered their services for free
Yeah.
because they believe in what I'm doing. They believe in my vision. They believe in my value,
Yeah.
and they are willing to be part. They want to be part of what I'm building.
Yeah.
So if you don't have a personal brand, if you're not building one, go to your friends directly.
Yeah, I totally agree with this. And after that, let's say they could assemble a team. How do you actually manage the people? And how do you make sure these people are all aligned in the same vision and not everyone does whatever they think is right, and then you have a conflict and everyone done something that they think is right and which is not right? And how do you manage all this, having multiple people doing one project?
By I this is I love this question because this something happened. I think it's close to that. Something happened
Yeah,
like that about 2 weeks ago with my designer.
yeah,
Uh, he had a task, so he sent it to me, and it was way different than what I imagined it to be.
yeah,
And then I was like, okay, no, do this. And then he sent it, and I didn't love it. And
yeah,
we went back and forth for about an hour. And at the end of the day, I was like, okay, stop everything. Give me your own version. I'm gonna do my version.
yeah,
And if the client chooses your version, you're gonna get a raise. You're gonna get an
yeah,
extra. So
yeah,
I made it like sort of like a competition, but at the
yeah,
same time, I showed him that I trust what you think. I
yeah,
trust in what you're creating. So what I think is the number one thing is to show the team members or show the people that are working with you that you actually trust them. You're not bringing here to manage them. You're not bringing
yeah,
them to manage them because I hate the word managing. I'm not managing you. I'm working with you.
yep,
Managing someone is telling him what to do. If I'm getting a designer or a social media specialist, I'm not getting him to for me to tell him what to do. I'm
yeah,
bringing him for him to do what he does best.
yep,
So I'm not here to manage you. I'm here to work with you. So I guess it starts by giving your team members the full control, but also keeping up with your
yeah.
own vision, but full creative control or full execution.
Yep. And
Just
speaking
giving
about
them
that,
trust.
yep,
Yeah,
definitely agree. And speaking about that, do you believe that we should hire or work with or maybe just employ people that are more skilled than us in the thing that we're looking for?
definitely. Of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Of course. Of course.
Yeah. And why?
It's no debate.
I asked this just to get your answer to the people, because most of the time people think that no, if I hire someone better than me, he's gonna tell me what to do, and maybe he's gonna take over, and he's not gonna let me do anything. So I just want to get your answer out to the public, and see why we should always surround ourselves with people who are better than us and not take it as a competition.
Yeah,
Yeah,
because them to be on, this the simplest answer is you're not gonna build anything if you are if you are the best person in in the company or if you're the
yeah,
smartest person in the company. You're
yeah,
not gonna do anything because nobody can do everything on their own. Like this is what I'm facing right now is I'm doing too many things on my own.
yeah,
But at the same time, I have a couple of tasks that I could outsource. So nobody can do it on their own, whether it's building a business, whether it's building your own personal brand, even.
yeah,
You have to surround yourself with people that are, yes, to tell you what to do.
yeah,
Sorry,
yeah. No problem.
to actually tell you what to do because they know best. Because like they didn't go to 10 years in college to become a doctor, and then you as a patient will come and tell him, oh no, the heart is on the left, not on the right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Like
yeah.
they studied to be that special person.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. So let's see what else can we talk about.
Sorry, but
So yeah,
the heart is actually on the left. So
and I didn't comment because I don't even know when it is. So as long as it's working, it's fine.
yeah.
So one thing after lockdown, what's the first thing that you're gonna do? Maybe get the team into the office, maybe start working all in the same place, maybe fixing something in the business, maybe changing something. So what's the plan now?
The plan after lockdown ends, business-wise, is just to go into the office, just
Yeah,
start to operate as an actual operating business, not
yeah,
just freelance. Start to operate as a business, start taking it more seriously, to be
yeah,
honest. start reaching out to more clients because I'm more comfortable. Like right now,
Yeah.
I'm not really comfortable reaching out to big clients or to medium clients because I don't have the process set out right. I
Yeah.
still don't have the right team members.
Yeah.
So the first step business wise is to just settle on a process, settle on a system in the office, and start operating and going hard every day.
Yep. Yep.
Personal, personal wise, just create way more YouTube content, way more
Yeah.
YouTube content because I have a lot of ideas.
Yeah.
Actually, one of the ideas that I'm gonna say right now is I want to go to 5 or 6 coffee shops in
Yeah.
Lebanon and ask for free coffee, and
Yeah.
in return for sponsorship on a video. So I'll be like, just can I get a free
Yeah.
coffee, and I will
Yeah.
put your name in the video. I'll put your
Yeah.
location in the video.
So this is exclusive from my podcast, I assume.
Yeah, first time I tell it to
Okay.
anybody.
So I'm gonna sponsor Kamal for this. So yeah, this is amazing actually. If it's gonna work out, because we're Lebanon, you might get your ass kicked maybe. So
At least I'm gonna get good content.
it's gonna be fun actually for us. Uh, so one more thing, to wrap up this podcast, because it's
Yeah.
it's been actually amazing. So what piece of advice do you have separately for someone trying to start a business, someone trying to create their first piece of content, or someone just trying anything new that is outside of their comfort zone?
Don't rule something out before you try it.
Yeah.
So don't rule whether it's content, whether it's a business idea, whether it's something that you want to do, whether it's you want to approach a girl, anything. Don't rule something out unless you actually try it. So a
Yeah.
lot of times, pieces of content that I think, oh, this is not going to be that good, but I'm going to post it anyway. So I post it, and it becomes one of the best performing
Yeah.
posts I have.
Yeah.
A lot of times this happens. So don't rule anything, any idea, any content piece, anything that you want to do before actually doing it and seeing the result.
Yeah.
I think this applies to a lot of different things and a lot of different aspects, and this covers everything. Just execute on everything that you have in your mind, and then work on the result. Don't be afraid to fail at it.
Yeah. I totally agree with this. So if we want to conclude, do you agree that action beats planning every time?
Yeah.
Yep.
I couldn't answer as fast.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah, yeah. But the thing is that we shouldn't go blind into things. Maybe having
It's not
a big goal, but the how to get to it, we could do it by executing, right?
100%.
Yeah,
It's not going blind.
yeah,
It's not going blind. Like I know where I'm going. I know in terms of content where I'm going.
yeah,
But like I don't have, okay, I'm gonna do this and this and this and this and this will lead to that. And I don't even have the time to plan all this and the
yep,
energy.
yep,
So I always choose execution. I always do, and then see the result.
yep. I totally agree with this. So this is actually comes to telling people that worry a lot about the actual process. So they know the goal, but they're like, okay, but how am I gonna do what I'm gonna do now? I'm like, okay, just execute, and you will see things more clearly. So the only way to beat the unknown is to just make it known and just take action and enter it.
Actually, the I told you before that I'm starting a vlog in Arabic.
Yeah,
The vlog is in Arabic is gonna be nothing like no content like I've done before. So
yeah,
it's not gonna be motivation, and it's just gonna be
yeah,
fun, stupid things
yeah,
that I'm
yeah,
doing.
yeah,
And whether it's being drunk, whether it's just a whole
yeah,
side of another
yeah,
side of me. And I actually decided to do it at the same day that I actually did it. So I was filming a new content piece on Instagram.
yeah,
Stop filming, grab the phone as I was watching the video. If I see if I did something wrong,
yeah,
I open the camera, press record, and be like, okay, I'm starting a vlog.
yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
At the same time, at the
Yeah,
same day, I decided to do it. I actually did it.
as authentic as it can get.
I don't
Yeah,
even know if like right now I think I have the first episode. I
yeah,
don't even know what I'm gonna do in the next episode, but I'm just gonna okay. I'm gonna start a vlog. I'm
yeah,
gonna see how it goes.
yeah. That's awesome. Actually, that's awesome. We'll be looking forward to watch it. So to
I
end,
hope I
yeah,
hope my clients don't watch it.
that's something you have to watch out for. Uh, unless they're cool clients, cool
Yeah, this
clients.
this is why I'm selective to my
Yeah,
clients.
yeah, yeah. So one thing, for example, my clients always see my memes on my status, on my stories. It's like, okay, that's me. I'm not gonna act up or
Yeah,
profession just because of you.
yeah,
If you want to
exactly.
work with me, you're gonna work with me
Yeah,
in all my
100%.
aspects. So to end this podcast, one quote you truly live by, maybe a quote and a phrase a word maybe what can you make it by?
Two actually, two
Yep.
quotes that I
Yep.
have tattooed on my body. One is on my neck and one is here.
Yep.
First one is your largest fear carries your greatest growth. This ties back to what we were talking about
Yeah.
before,
Yeah.
is that whatever you fear to do, this will actually bring you growth. To
Yeah.
actually do it, even if it scares you, actually do it, and this will be the cause for your growth.
Yeah.
The second quote is, "My hero is always me 10 years from now."
Yeah.
So also ties up to what we were saying
Yeah.
at the start, that my hero is always me 10 years from now. So I'm
So you'll
never
never
gonna
get to
become
perfection. You will never actually
exactly.
become the hero. You'll always keep on pushing forward. Yeah.
I'll
Yeah.
always be chasing that
Yeah.
person, which is gonna be me in 10 years.
Amazing, man. Truly amazing. And I'm so happy to have you on this podcast. We talked about K and media. We talked about
Loved it
you,
actually.
your vlogs, your content, everything. It was all spontaneous. I prepared nothing. You prepared nothing. And this is what I
Well,
like,
that's
just having
actually, I
conversation. Yeah.
really love the conversation.
Yeah. It's amazing, man. So thank you again. And
Thank you, man.
yep. Thanks for everyone who's going to watch it. Give it a like, subscribe. I will put Kamal's socials in the description. And
There are a lot of them.
yep. And see you in episode 7.